how to screen grab your work here. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this into a screen grab. You can go print screen if you like, but there's probably a better way, I guess, is the way to look at it. So one, do you want to clean up things? Do you really want this junk in the background and against all this black? So I'm just going to go in and say background, and I'm just going to go, I could go gradient, so I don't even see that because I've got an HDR in there. This is another way of turning it off, but I was showing a background custom file. And so it was showing that custom file back there for modeling purposes. So I can literally just turn that off here, let's say, or I could use the solid color, looks good. Now, there's actually a tool for screen grabbing. If I hit the little plus here, I can go down to create preview. So there's that animation preview feature you use in Maya all the time, Shift V, but there's capture still image. So you can put something in here if you want to put your name, right in there, and then run it. Just popped up on my other screen, but unfortunately I find that thing looks ugly as anything. Okay, so I don't tend to do it. But there it is. It's been captured. It captures everything, captures all this stuff and everything else. And you just need to save the file to wherever you're going to save it to. But it grabs that. Now, it's going to grab this viewport as large as that viewport is. And maybe I want to grab the front and back at the same time so I can show, my lovely professor with the work that I'm doing and whatnot. So I'm going to go to a side-by-side in this case, kind of makes sense. So I'm going to go to a side-by-side. I'm going to skip over to my perspectives, and, of course, it resets it all. So my high quality, I'm going to go in and make sure that my viewport is set to just the solid color. Get rid of the grid with G. Okay, so and then same thing here. I'm just going to go to perspective F3. I'm going to go and do the same thing. I'm going to go solid color on my high quality. Get rid of my grid with G. And maybe rotate that around. But again, I'm going to be having to capture each one in here, which is, okay, I can go and combine them together. So we could use that capture tool, but it's only going to capture one viewport at a time. So let's do it another way, but let's make it larger. Control-Alt-X. And Control-Alt-X basically forces it to go full screen, okay? We can even get rid of some of this stuff, like the timeline bar if we want. If we go up to the this toolbar here, right click, it'll give you a listing of all the bars that are currently visible. And when you go expert mode, is what I just did, it doesn't get rid of the timeline by default. So I could go and get rid of that because I really don't need the timeline. I'm going to go set that up and put that where I want. Let them settle. I could also rotate my HDR if I want. I could maybe turn on wireframe, because I like to see the wireframe and see how clean your mesh is coming up. I prefer this tool. You can use the built-in snipping tool or whatever. I just kind of prefer capturing into here, which is a Faststone image viewer. It's on all the systems at school. It's free. You can actually have it as, just run off your hard drive as well. So I'm just going to go in and you could capture the entire window, for instance, let's say, or you could just capture a region. I'm going to capture it to the image viewer here. So I'm going to go in and grab this and just say capture the entire window for me. So it grabbed all that. And if I double click on it, it'll go full screen. Okay. And if you right click, you'll get a bunch of options for doing all kinds of things, editing and everything. Or if you even move your mouse over the side, you'll get all those things. You'll get all the files that you're currently got. You've got, all kinds of information here. I happen to know that D is my draw board, so I can draw onto it, which is kind of cool. I'm just going to escape out of that real quick, and I'm going to hit X for the crop. And I'm just going to crop this so I don't have a pile of junk that I don't want. Okay, so I'm just going to grab that. That looks pretty good. Crop that out. I'm going to hit D then, and I'm going to go and take this and drag out a little word bubble thing, maybe here. Oops, not like that. I forgot that's not the one. I want the that one there, and I'm going to give it my name. If I highlight that, you'll have things like the size of the font. Don't stick your student number into things and whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what class it was, or anything. You can change the background colors, the border thickness, whatever. Or again, you could just go with a text, or you can draw on it and you put shapes on it. Whatever you feel might dress. This is one of the reasons I use this. It's just so easy to dress up an image and kind of make it look cool. Maybe I want that to be that same, green color, a little bit of a framework around there. That looks really cool. Say okay. Control S to save. And I'm just going to go, screen grab, or, backpack, screen grab. And even better, let's go Paul Neale backpack screen grab. Because if I grab your image and want to show it to other people, hey, we know it's got the name on it here. We know it's got the name on it there. Quality 90's fine. I'm going to hit save, and boom, what do you got? You've got this nice screen grab that you can go and post and show off your work. And it took 2 seconds to throw that together, and it looks kind of nice and neat and tidy. There you go.